Location scouting is really important. Okay, that sounds simple or overblown, but the thing is that it can save you from a lot of stress if done right. So I have several tips for you or recommendations to consider. Okay, the first tip. You may have to scout twice according to the weather or according to the change of the time of year. Now, the thing is, you may have gotten a call during the summertime or, within the next month or so, the grass could have died out or the trees could have died out, or the flowers, and it's not giving the same vibe or the same look that you were looking at in the initial staging. Now, another thing is, when you're going to some of these places, like where you're looking at now is the Botanical Garden in Birmingham, Alabama. And the only drawback, if I may use this as a drawback or restriction, let's call it a restriction, is that they restrict everything that you can bring into this place. The only thing they want you to bring into the place is your camera. You can have an on-camera flash, but they do not want balloons. They do not want any type of props. They do not want you to have a light that will touch the ground. Now, the next recommendation is that you take a subject or a friend out to the location. That way you can actually get an idea of how the composition will, look. Even if that person isn't tall as the person that you're taking a picture of, you can still kind of start framing out an idea so that you're more efficient with your time while you're out there. Now, let's go back to the first tip. Have an idea of what your client likes. If your client is not an outside person, that may not be the best place for them to go. If your client is allergic to, bees or wasps, whatever, or if they just going to get freaked out if they see something like that, again, that may not be the best place to go. So in addition to scouting, make sure you're doing your due diligence to communicate with the client to see what it is they like or don't like. Okay, back the same way, kind of flat foot on one foot, and then that knee out that way. Uh-huh. Okay, look at the camera. Kind of put your hand by your head as if you're, yeah. Okay. You want to make sure that when you're out looking at these locations, you want to make sure that you're looking at these locations at the same time that your shoot is actually scheduled to take place. The reason being is because the sun will be in a different location. The shadows or the shade that you thought you had, you may not have, or you may not be able to face your subject in that direction because the sun may be too bright and you're getting the feel of what else is going on around at that same time. What I mean by that is, if you're not careful, you can schedule a shoot like a prom shoot and you're in your own world, not realizing that every other student, they may be doing a photo shoot somewhere also, and they may be touching the same location that you're expecting to go to. So now you have 40 kids waiting to take pictures at this same location that you scouted out, and there was no one around, but the other photographers in the area have the same idea that you have. So you may want to have 2 or 3 locations in mind, or you may want to schedule it well in advance so that it does not hinder, your client from getting to the prom or at the time that they want to arrive. Pause for a second. Pause for a second. Let me have a little sensual. Okay. And lastly, Google Maps. You can take a tour of what the area looked like. You can actually use it to walk a street or to go to an area that, hey, this is an area that people are saying that, you can take nice pictures at. And you can get a chance to see, okay, this is what this area looked like. So as you see right now, it's the wrong time of the year. So you can also change it, whereas you can see a different time and see what the trees look like at that particular time of the year, or, a similar time of the year. So it's not perfect, but it's close enough. This is Birmingham, Alabama, and the views that you can get from this alone, it can be distracting to the point of, entertainingly distracting, if I can say it that way. If you look at this road, just in general, you may miss it, but there are a lot of small places that you can take pictures of people and have a fantastic shoot. I hope this helps. So go grab your camera and go create. God bless. See you next time.